Life before cancer was busy. I'm an owner-operator of 3 businesses and I absolutely love my job. If we weren't at work, we were travelling. Really, we never expected something like breast cancer to turn up.
My life was just normal. 2 kids, husband and working.
I'm a mum, I've got a 5-year-old daughter and I'm a kindy teacher, and that's very much who I am. I kind of live the kindy life.
I teach full time. I'm a mum to 2 kids, a wife, and I like to keep fit, go to the gym twice a week. So very full life, orientated around lots of family and friends.
My diagnosis took about 3 weeks all up. During that period of time, it was just a lot of frustration because it was getting in the way of work and my life.
I found a lump one morning and I booked an appointment with the doctor straight away, and we did testing, ultrasound and mammogram, and that all came back as it was all fine. And then a few months went by and the lump was still there, so I thought I should go and get it checked again. And this time we went and did more tests, and the test came back that it was cancer.
Being diagnosed at 34 was obviously a huge shock. Initially, I sort of disassociated from it all and just got on with all the appointments and all the treatment that you need to go through. And it wasn't until all of that was done that I really could feel the scariness of it.
It was actually in the winter school holidays. We had gone away with friends to Beachport, and I felt a bit of an abnormality, a bit of a stretch sensation in my right breast. You kind of think, okay, this might not be terminal or anything like that, but it's that whole, if this is going to massively interrupt my life.
I discovered LIFT through the great advice of my GP, my surgeon, and also the breast care nurse at St Andrews. I get quite emotional when I think about it because your friends and your family can give you lots of support. But I think having the girls here, the front of house staff and the physios, they go through this with people day in and day out. They're specialists. There are so many benefits coming to LIFT. I think the major one for me would have been overcoming fatigue. Having always pre-booked my appointments, even if I didn't really feel like coming, once I did come to LIFT and I've done my hour with a bit of cardio and a bit of stretching, I actually felt amazing when I left. I actually felt fantastic physically, but it was also the mental improvement, and I think it definitely helped me get through.
My GP, who's a wonderful doctor, recommended LIFT to me, and I'm so happy that she did. I personally feel like if I didn't come here, I don't think I'd be getting through the whole process as well as what I am. It's definitely helped with fatigue.
So when I first got diagnosed, I actually unfortunately have a friend who's gone through this. So she's one of the first people I rang when I found out that I had breast cancer. She's a year ahead of me. She's come through it. She's in a really good place now. And she gave me lots of great advice. And one of them was to definitely use this resource. Knowing that I'm quite an active person, I go to the gym twice a week. I like to keep my fitness up. She knew straight away that if I didn't do that, that would be quite catastrophic to my mental health and my sense of routine. You leave here, you feel really happy that you've come.
My oncologist had made it really clear that the number one thing you can do to help with all of the side effects of chemo and radiation is to exercise. I was unlucky enough to have a friend with cervical cancer who had been a patient at LIFT, and she sent me here straight away. She said it was, really helped her through her treatment. The benefits were really helping with fatigue that built up as chemo went along, and especially during radio that's every day. I found the physical benefits pretty obvious. The mental health benefits were great. So just meeting people that you would never, normally associate with, different age groups and different stories, but they're all going through a similar process.
For me, the future looks like spending time with my kids, travelling, and just getting back to enjoying life.
Cancer-free this time next year. I'll obviously have regular checks for the rest of my life. Can't wait to get home to Ireland because I'm really missing my family and friends back home.
Well, I hope a long, boring life of mediocre, non-exciting medical history, and hopefully another baby and time spent with my family.
I'm pretty excited about the future. It's been a really tough year, but little things give me motivation. So my hair is slowly growing back. I'm returning to work on a staged approach. There are all these tiny little steps that actually make me feel like I'm going in the right direction.